Hi, welcome to Two Man Meta. My name's Mondo Spanner.
And I'm Aunty, and on this episode of OOP,
we're opening this bad boy. So this is the Warhammer Age of Sigmar Champions, the trading card game Warband pack. Series number 2, because this is from the third wave as far as I'm aware. So this is quite a cool one because it's got a destruction special like cards. And it's also got some Chaos special cards. And in the previous one, there was Order and, what are they called? Death. Okay, so we're going to get right into this then.
So, to start off with, the 16 exclusive cards in this pack.
Yeah, and then, so you got 2 champion cards, 6 spell cards, 6 ability cards, and 2 unit cards. And then 1 savagery booster, which is the third wave.
Which we haven't opened on the show yet.
No, yeah, that's true as it goes. And then 2 onslaught boosters, which is the second wave, which we've already opened a box of that. And we got another one in the other Warband pack. So we're going to have a look at this then, get it opened and see what the special good stuff is inside it. How do we open these? Oh, yeah, I remember. Adieu. Oh man, this one's got even more packaging. Oh, the last one was a bit of a nightmare because it was flipping all stuck together. Do you remember it was stuck to that cardboard? It was a flipping nightmare to open. Right, so get rid of that. So there we go. So there's our boosters. We'll open them at the end. And then here's the bands. So do you want to open the destruction band?
Well, they were mixed last time, so let's see what happens.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay. So first off, we have Zarbag the Shaman. He is a wizard.
The champion can deploy grot units, and his heroic act is, this can only be used if the champion controls a spell. Deal 1 damage to your opponent for each highlighted engaged champion. That's pretty cool. Him being able to deploy grot units is very strong, but it's also very similar, isn't it, to some of the wizards that we saw in the second wave. So that's really, really cool, because normally the wizards can't deploy.
I don't like his quest though, it seems a little all over the place.
Well,
You've got action, grot, damage,
direct damage,
heal.
and spell.
Spell, sorry, yeah.
Well, it's not too bad.
It seems a little all over the shop, but if he can do everything.
And if there's an ability or something that allows him to do direct damage, or I suppose he could do that off a spell, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I don't know, it might be all right.
Okay, Zarbag's Gits. Corner 1, highlighted units are dormant. That's always strong. Corner 2, rotate damage to your opponent.
Nice.
That's good. 3 damage is strong. Corner 3, discard the top 2 cards from your opponent's deck.
That's nice. Okay, I quite like them.
Yeah.
And they're grots, so he can go and fish them out, can't he?
This is interesting, though. I think this is the first unique unit we've seen.
Oh, yeah. U for unique, is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
We've only seen that in characters so far, I think.
Cool, man. Looks good.
Face of the Bad Moon.
That looks sick.
Awesome artwork.
And it's spoily.
So now we're going back to this every episode with AOS. I don't like this spoiling. Like, it just doesn't work for me. Like, this is a nice image.
That's a good version of it, though, man.
It works well, but it just still doesn't work for me.
You moan about oat, you will, mate.
Yeah, I will.
That's awesome. Right, on to the next. Yeah, oh no. You may move a highlighted unit to another highlighted disengaged champion and rotate it 1 step forwards without triggering its effects. If you don't, deal 3 damage to your opponent. That seems all right.
Yeah.
Straight off the bat as well, isn't it?
So, fungi tracking. Gain 3 health after you deploy a spell. If a highlighted champion controls a chaos spell or unit, you may discard the top card to rotate the deployed spell 1 step forward.
Now that's quite interesting because that's an anti-chaos, that's a destruction anti-chaos ability. And in the previous Warband, there was an order ability that directly affected death. And then there was a death ability that directly affected order. So that's quite an interesting thing.
This makes me think if we'd have got more Warband packs, it would have been quite fun because you could play each one off against each other.
Can we even get more Warband packs?
No, as far as I'm aware, these are the only two, the one in the last episode and this episode.
Okie right. Okay, so therefore, yeah, that's a bit of a shame. It's a shame then that they didn't manage to keep this rolling so that they could have had all of the crossovers. That would have been really, really good.
So now we've got Sorceress Insight spell. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a unit, deal 3 damage to your opponent. If it is a spell, gain 3 health. If it is an ability, draw 2 cards.
Nice.
I like that.
That's all kinds of nice. And it's a chaos spell.
Yep.
Okay, right, next.
So these are mixed up.
Seen that before.
Seen it.
It's a non-foily one.
Magic Touch.
You got the touch. Can't resist.
Draw
it,
2 cards. Move 1 card from your hand to the top of your deck. Increase the number of cards drawn and moved by 1 for each highlighted destruction spell or unit.
We're going to have to read that again. Right. Draw 2 cards. Move 1 card from your hand to the top of your deck. Increase the number of cards drawn and moved by 1 for each highlight destruction spell. So basically, you're going to end up with 1 more card in your hand, but you're also going to get to stack the top of your deck up to a maximum of 3, depending on... Is that like a... Oh, and then that's because it's an anti-destruction spell, isn't it? But it's actually a chaos ability. Okay. That's kind of
interesting.
Seems involved.
Yeah, and like that is bad wording. I think we struggled with this game to begin with some bad wording, to be honest.
Yeah.
So fungi tracking again, and that's that pack.
Cool, man. Right, let's have a look at this bad boy then. Right, so let's get it open. Go away. Textured backs. My favourite. Right, okay, so we've got Vortimus, the All-Seeing, which is pretty impressive because he's got, like, his crown slipped over his head. Anyway, he's a champion, he's a wizard. Doesn't gain you any extra health, and he costs 9 points, which is almost half of your 20. This champion can deploy non-demon units. Pretty useful. And his heroic act is look at the top 6 cards of your deck. You may rearrange them and put them back on the top of the deck or shuffle the deck. This heroic action can only be used once per game. I think that's quite good if you're going to try and stack your deck, really. And, I suppose it gives a lot more consistency to, like, what you're going to be drawing over the next few turns when you use those actions. And also, if there's any kind of spells that we can use that allow us to draw, that's going to be really, really useful. So, he seems pretty cool.
I just like the fact that he's a champion that is a wizard and he can still deploy non-demon units.
Yeah, that's really good. Well, I think he can only deploy non-demon units because he's a wizard. They can't normally deploy units, right? Yeah. So yeah, so he actually quite strong. That's a couple of the wizards now that we've seen where they can deploy units. So that kind of like breaks that little bit of a rule. So that's quite useful. And also as well, look at that beautiful foiling, eh? Check that out, Aunty Kaz. That's beautiful.
In the comments, tell him how bad the foiling is.
I'll tell you what is bad. Look at this. There's like damage, like 2 little bubbles. That's one thing that we've noticed about this game, isn't it? Like some of the print quality on the cards has been absolute bobbins. Like, like lines across it and then down it and God knows what else. I didn't clock them before, but Aunty Kaz was good enough to show me in great detail. Right, okay, so, and then we've got Eyes of the 9. So another unique unit. Rotate damage to your opponent, so that's a 1 and a 3. When this leaves play, look at the top 3 cards of your deck and deploy up to 1 of them. Deploy up to 1 spell from amongst them onto a highlighted champion. They can be a warrior. Put the remaining cards back in any order. So that ties in nicely with that, doesn't it? Because you can use that to stack the deck so that there's a spell in the top 3 and then you can deploy it using them. And you can then break the rule that only wizards can deploy spells, which is quite nice in its own right. Yeah, seems quite useful. Right, moving on. Sorceress Insight. Now that is a fairly dope picture. We've seen that one though, haven't we?
Yep.
Reveal top card of your deck. If it's a unit, deal 3 damage to your opponent. Oh yeah, we've done all that. Right, okay, cool. Magic Touch with the foily foils. That's so pretty. Seen that one. Oh, more Sorceress Insight. Face of the Bad Moon. Seen that. Magical Touch. and the old fungi tracking. Okay, cool, man. So that is the two kind of like decks, like the spells and everything. This is kind of like the Wave 2 Warband, isn't it? Where you had like spells from both bits, but they were intermixed basically. But these are kind of like the unique cards for those Warbands effectively. We've got like a champion and a unique unit. We'll have to check actually if those Wave 2 ones had unique units, because I don't know whether we clocked that when we did that. So right, we're going to go into the boosters, going to do the old ones, and then we'll do the new Wave one. So let's get it on. Let's get rid of that. Oh, it's the old Hacking Morn Fang pack. Smoking far too many ciggies. Azurite Halo spell, seen that. That was in the previous videos. Seen this unit, seen that unit. Feed the More, seen that ability. Winter's Endurance, seen that spell. Price to Pay, seen that because I remember we got that in foil. Do you remember? Because it had all those eyes popping out and that was quite cool. That's another ability. Skelly Bobs that stack, Adieu. Grasp from the Grave, that's an ability. Staunch Evocator. This unit can be deployed by wizards. I think I remember that one. And he's one of those clunky ones, isn't he? Clawing Lava, seen that blessing. Evocator Prime. We've had this guy before. Ooh, that's the pretties.
Gain 7 health.
Cleansing Brooch. That is a blessed. That is a Akshi, but it's this level. This grey is. Oh, hold on, is it?
It's generic.
It's generic. It's so difficult to tell. I bet on the camera you're like, what are you even on about? Like they blatantly look like totally different, but in real life it's a pain in the bottom. Right, okay, Onslaught again. Hey, right, Last Ditch Strike. What?
Last Ditch Strike.
Did you say that? Right, okay, that's a unit. We'll get rid of that. Oh, no, that's an ability. Bosh. Arcane Corrosion. I know it's Corrosion, I'm just joking. Guided Vanguard Hunters. I remember when we opened those, I thought they were pretty gnarly because they can move about. They've got their own heroic acts. That's pretty strong. Azurite Halo. Fairly sure we've even seen that again today. Savage Stickers. We've seen those before. They're in the other video. Gibbering Horror. Yarp. Chaotic Adept. We got a foil one of these, I think. Do you remember?
Yeah, we did.
Bosh. Inferno Blades. That's a spell that we've seen. Grasp from the Grave. We've literally had out of this pack, I think. Order Before Glory. Draw a card and then rotate this champion one step backwards to restart a highlighted unit.
That one we've seen before. I like that card. It could be useful.
I don't like the concept of rotating a champion one step backwards, but okay. Cleansing Brooch. We just literally had that in the foily foils. Oh, Scarbrand, in your face. Right, let's see what this does. So this is a champion, a warrior champion demon. What's that? Direct damage, action, action. I reckon you could actually pull that off quite well.
You could do that quite quickly, I think. Yeah.
While you are at or below 15 health, increase damage from this champion's abilities by 3.
That's pretty savage.
Okay, so that's going to get naughty, especially if you were to use, like, say, these old boys to put a spell in front of him that does direct damage.
No, only his abilities do the extra damage.
Ah, okay. Oh, so he'd have to use one of these bad boys.
But there's cards out there that get bonuses anyway, so you could use like an Opportunity Strike and you could get up to 8 damage.
Oh, yeah, like on the first turn. Oh, no, because you wouldn't be under 15
no,
health.
but later on in the game, if you board wipe...
Oh, yeah, and then do that. All right, so Scarbrand seems fairly savage. Another 9-pointer. Badoosh. Oh, and then an Obsidian Amulet. I'm fairly sure we've seen this. If a highlighted spell would trigger its effects, ignore it and rotate this one step forward. Yeah, we've definitely seen that. All right, cool, man. So that is the old. Out with the old. Or onto the piles of the old.
I really want to see new mechanics.
Fair enough.
We didn't see any real new mechanics.
Ain't gonna be seeing out of this, bro. I
2.
can't open this. What's going on? Right, teeth. Have that. Bye-bye. Venomous Spider Riders. Oh, destruction and stacking. Sad face.
That's what we like to see.
It's not what we like to see. So rotate damage to your opponent. Increase this by 1 per support.
Nice.
No, not nice.
Gain
and then gain health as well. Right.
That's a good
Mondo
card.
Spanner is unimpressed by that card. That's a disgusting card. Oh, Glorious Afflictions. Can only be deployed by a demon champion. Rotate damage to your opponent and then increase this by 1 for each highlighted unit.
Wow.
That's good, but you've got to wait 3 turns. So your opponent theoretically... Well, I suppose because they want to fill those slots anyway, though. So you could be doing up to 9 damage with that. That seems pretty cool. Battle Tactics. A nice generic ability. So shuffle up to 2 cards from your hand into your deck. Draw cards equal to the number of cards shuffled in +1. Strong. That seems very, very nice.
Yeah, that's definitely a good card.
Because you could even just use that to draw 1. Have a shuffle and draw 1. It's all about having a shuffle and draw in 1. Right, okay, so Itchy Nuisance. Corners 1 to 2. The highlighted champion cannot deploy units or play abilities. Strong. Corner 3. Rotate damage to your opponent for 4.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. So you've had a good quality scratch, and then I don't know, you caught yourself or something there. Right, so we'll put that away. Lithe Dryad. Corners 1 to 2, gain that much health, and then corner 3, damage your opponent. So that's nice. Gain 1, damage 3.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Vigor Necklace, an ability for death. Discard 1 card from your hand to deploy a unit from your discard pile onto the highlighted champion, which is the one that is playing it. Normal restrictions apply, fair. Then rotate it 1 step forwards.
Nice.
That seems nice. If you've got like something that does damage on the turn it's laid down, and then damage on the turn it rotates, on the following turn when it rotates, that would be very nice, actually. I like that. Repugnant Plague Drone. So it's a demon, so it's for chaos. Heroic Act, gain that much health. Oh, gain the turn health. Nice. Heroic Act, do the rotate damage to your opponent.
That's really nice.
Yes, you could do 4 damage and gain 4 health in a turn. I mean, you wouldn't be doing anything else, but that's still pretty gnarly. Very nice. And it's a demon, so you can cheat it out quite a lot of the time with chaos. So that's actually fairly strong. What was that? A unit. A Tireless Crypt Flayer. Okay. So this is for death. It's a mordant thing. So rotate damage to your opponent, and then last stand, move a mordant unit from your discard pile to your hand. Nice.
That's a good card.
Yeah, man. That's all kinds of good, especially if you've got like 2 of them. So you've got 1 in your discard pile, and then you have this guy. He's done 2, and then he's done 3. That's pretty strong. And then you get another one back for free. That's all kinds of good. Night Shroud. Reduce damage received by the rotate from highlighted. Corner 1 from spells. Corner 2 from abilities. Corner 3 from units.
That's interesting.
That's really cool. If you timed that right, you could get quite a lot of nice prevention from that. That's I quite like that, actually. That's quite an interesting kind of spell. Crazed Colossal Squig. Oh, there we go. It's a good looking squig there. So it's for destruction. It's a squig. As this sentence played, discard 1 card from your hand and then rotate damage to your opponent. Remove a highlighted unit. Nice. So it must do that on the rotate, right? Remove the highlighted unit.
Yep.
That seems pretty good, man. I wonder if there's any mechanics in the booster box for cheating out squigs, because squig is a new unit type, isn't it?
Yep.
Or a new kind of bit. Excuse me. Dawn of the Spiderlings. It's a blessing. It's for destruction. It's probably going to be annoying. I was going to say rubbish, but it's like going to be the opposite of rubbish. So whenever a highlighted unit is exhausted, discard the top card from your opponent's deck. And it's passive, so it's there all the time. That's pretty good. And then he's going to... Oh, Towering Tree Lord Ancient. That is a very cool picture. Look at them, man. They're having a little party. Right, this champion can deploy Sylvaneth units and then reduce damage received from highlighted units last corner by 2. Awesome. And he's a wizard. So it's action, deploy a Sylvaneth, spell, deploy a Sylvaneth. And he gives you 2 health and he's 10. That seems pretty legit for whatever they're called. Order. He's cool. Bloop. And then Great Winter Hunt. When a highlighted beast unit leaves play, draw a card. And that's a grrr. That's a grrr spell. When a highlighted beast unit leaves play, draw 1 card. Cool. So that's good because that means that you can both be that's going to, you know, that's passive. So it's going to be going from both your side and their side. So if they're running beasts, you're good to go, man. You're going to be laughing. Oh, that's really nice. Plus, look at that beautiful foiling, everybody. Isn't that beautiful? There we go. Sun's out. Right, anyways. Okay, well, that was good. There's the promise of new stuff. Has it whetted your appetite for new mechanics? I just
desperately want to see new mechanics, though.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, cool, man. Right. Well, we shall see you in the next video when we shall be opening a booster box of this Savagery set. So I can't wait for that. See you soon.
If you enjoyed this episode of Two Man Meta, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date as we release multiple episodes each week. If you would like to help support the channel, check out the links in the description below, as well as links to our social media pages. Thank you for watching. See you next episode.